I'm like, what? I don't even know anybody like that.
Right.
Well, she definitely needs to go to the top of Beech Mountain in North Carolina because she can actually walk the yellow brick road with the characters. There is an
Really?
actual on top of Beech Mountain in North Carolina. There, I've been there.
I'm
There's
writing
an
this
actual
down.
there's an actual Wizard of Oz. Now, it was from the 1970s and it was abandoned for many, many years.
Oh,
And
like a
it
theme
has
park
been,
kind of thing?
yeah, and it's been
Yeah.
refurbished. So there's like a lift that takes you up to the mountain, or you can take a bus up to the top of the mountain if you don't want to ride the lift, the ski lift, I mean.
Right, right.
But once you get to the top, there's like a little restaurant there and like overlook where you can sit and see the scenery. And then when it's time for your tour, you meet the characters at the Yellow Brick Road, and it's a real yellow brick road. And you
That's
go through with the
adorable.
Tin Man and Dorothy, and you go into Dorothy's house, and it's slanted, and then there's a tornado, and there Dorothy sings to you, and then you continue
Wow.
on the road, and you meet the wizard.
I love it.
It's
That's
all on top
awesome.
of this mountain called Beech Mountain in North Carolina, the
Love
Wizard of
it.
Oz.
Love it. I'm definitely
It's
doing that. Is
absolutely
very.
fascinating, and they even have an Instagram page.
Oh, okay. All right. We're doing this. We're doing it. I mean, for research, right?
So what
Right.
is the theme park called?
Well, it's I think it's just the Wizard of Oz. I mean, I think it's the Wizard of
I'm sure if
Oz.
I Google, I'll find it.
I
Yeah.
mean, you can type in beach, and I think it's spelled Beech,
Yeah. After the
Mountain,
tree.
North
Yeah. That's what
Carolina.
I
Wizard
Okay.
of Oz on the top. You know, the Wizard of Oz. Yeah, you'll find it if you Google it, and you'll
Gotcha.
find. And then once you find it, because they probably have Facebook, they have Instagram. I follow them on Instagram. I just can't remember the specific Instagram logo.
Yeah. I definitely know that Jolie needs to take that trip because she,
Mhm.
like, and I have no idea where Jolene came from, or why she's obsessed with it. But I love that she bakes a lot.
Yes,
Mm.
that's awesome.
We all
Yes,
want a roommate who cooks and bakes for us.
yes. Melanie would love her.
Yes, absolutely, right? Nola does, so yeah.
Yeah. I would probably be that roommate.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
cook and
okay.
bake all the time.
Oh, wow. Send it my way.
I do. I cook and bake all the time.
But the apartment that Nola and Jolene live in New Orleans is at 1022 Broadway, which is where
Mhm.
I lived with my roommates Linda and Nancy, our junior and senior year. It's right on Broadway, across from the Chi Omega house, and we were all Chios. And then we had downstairs there were 3 other Chios. So that is definitely part of the book. And Nola actually has my bedroom in the front of the house. And I haven't written the part yet, Linda, where we hear the cockroaches walking across the porcelain tub because you could hear them at night. They were that big.
Oh,
Or the one time Linda
wow.
drink her, she always kept a glass of water on the side of her side table, and it like hit her lip, when she went to go. And we thought that the house was being, robbed or invaded or something because she screamed and threw the glass. It was pretty terrifying.
That's funny.
Well, is there a book that you've been wanting to read for a long time and just haven't had time, or do you have a favorite book or a favorite author?
Yes, really anything by Pat Conroy. Those are always my go-tos. Like if I need to sort of fill that creative well, I just open one of his books, like Beach Music. It's one of my favorites. Or what's the other one? The Prince of Tides. I just open them and read. And yeah, anything by him. Books that I wanted to read. Oh, they're like a bazillion of them. You want to go look at my, I'll take you to my bookshelves in my bedroom because there are a bazillion books. I'm a compulsive book buyer, and there are so many I want to read that you know how it is. I don't have time. So what I do, because I'm driving a lot, and we have a house in Florida, and I'm driving back and forth a lot. So I will do audiobooks because that's the next best thing. And it's either not reading a book or listening to them. And there's so many talented audio narrators. I'm lucky to have found a few myself for my books. And it's a great way to read books. I just finished listening to Leanne Moriarty, who's one of my go-to, buy every book of hers.
Yeah.
Apples Never Fall, loved it. She has a great narrator, a great Aussie woman, so she has the accent right.
Mhm.
Oh, that's awesome.
And then I've just started a new one. Y'all might enjoy. It's set in Charleston. It's by Grady Hendrix. It has the best. I bought it because it has the best title ever, and they had it on display at Buxton Books. But I needed a book to listen to, so I downloaded it. Great. It's something like the Vampire Book Club or something like that, but it's set in Charleston, and it's hilarious. It's
That's
hilarious. And
insane.
it's just beautiful. It's great writing, and I'm just really enjoying it. So
I'm
since
gonna
you
have to
like
look that one
that
up.
stuff too, you might enjoy that. Yeah. Very
Yeah.
nice, but not, I mean, not dark and, it's much lighter. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'll have to look that one up.
So, anybody out there that's watching, if you have a question for Karen, go ahead and type that in real quick and we'll ask her before we sign off on the podcast.
And even if you don't, if you want to know anything about my clothing, no, I'm kidding. I'm just so tired right now with touring, the wedding. Thank goodness for wine. Wine and coffee are what get me through. And
Yes.
friends.
And Karen is going to be with us. We are going to be hosting Books and Bites at Atlanta National Golf Club in August, and that will be August the 18th. It's a Thursday evening, so it's a ladies' night out at Atlanta National Golf Club. And we are going to be hosting Karen and a few other authors that are indie. And it's sponsored by Johns Creek Books and Gifts and the Talking Book Podcast. And we will have an Eventbrite link up in July on the Talking Book Podcast Instagram and on the Talking Book Podcast Facebook page. So make sure to follow those and stay tuned.
And probably on both of our websites.
Yes,
Mhm.
and I'll post as well when y'all send me the link. And just a little aside for those of you who live in the Atlanta area and you need a great bookstore / gift store, Johns Creek Books and Gifts, they have it. It is amazing. I love it. I wish it were a little bit closer because I would be there every time. But I was there like right before Christmas last year. And I literally knocked out half of my Christmas shopping list. So
That's awesome. I love that store.
Yeah, Ann and Tina are the owners, and they are awesome. We work with them. We've even hosted the podcast there a few times.
Yes, we've done two of them there.
really? Okay.
Yes.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
They are.
Yeah,
So,
those are fun.
Ann Ham 28 says she can't wait for the August event.
Yay.
I saw that.
Thanks, Karen. We have a luggage tag for you.
Oh.
Oh, well, that's Ann at the bookstore.
Oh, yay. Thank you.
And we interviewed Ann for part of one of our podcasts as a bookstore owner. We wanted to interview her. And so she was great and did that for us. So, and we're a brand new podcast for anybody that's listening. We're brand new. We have 6 episodes out. Karen's episode will be our 7th episode, and we will have that up on Spotify tomorrow. You'll also be able to find the link to go to the episode on the Talking Book Instagram and on the Talking Book Facebook page. So if you don't have Spotify, don't worry. You'll be able to find the link, click on it, and it will just open for you, and you'll be able to listen to that. And we'll send Karen the link in an email so that Karen can also post it for everyone too. And if you want to follow Karen, KarenWhite.com, and then Karen White author, Karen White Write, W-R-I-T-E, on Twitter and on Instagram it's Karen White Write, and then on Facebook it's Karen White Author.
Right. Because I did that before the other two. Otherwise I would have it all the same, but trying to change anything on Facebook, just don't, because don't, because then you lose everything. And so make it more difficult for people. But if you go to my website, all of my icons are at the top of my homepage, and you just click Instagram, Twitter, whatever. Yeah, it's easy to find it.
Yes.
We have a question from somebody.
Somebody had a question about Beatrice Williams, I believe.
Yes. How did that relationship go with co-authoring?
It scrolled up really fast, and I didn't see it.